Ready to go!
Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome to another YouTube video. Today, you might be wondering what on earth's going on. Why is there a GoPro strapped to my head? Clearly not using a custom designed GoPro strap harness. Well, the answer to that question is, of course, I'm going to show you through from the first person perspective as best as I can what it is to use the G.O.A.T Spinner. It's one of the handles from Pound for Pound Arm Wrestling. It's within the range. It is my personal favorite of the handles that I have so far that we've developed. And I'm going to show you how to use it. I'm going to show you the nuances of it. I'm going to show you how to grip it. I'm going to show you how to train it in all the variations. And then I'm going to show you what my 1 rep max is on it. And you guys can follow it in the playlist that this video is in. All of my G.O.A.T Spinner 1RMs will be in this playlist from here on forward. So it's going to be fun. So let's get it underway. Let's show you the G.O.A.T Spinner. Alrighty guys, so here we have the G.O.A.T Spinner. The reason it is named the G.O.A.T Spinner is, of course, it's named after John Brzenk. And John Brzenk was known for his wrist flexion and his, not only wrist flexion, but his high side wrist flexion. So when I say high side, I'm talking about through the index finger and the middle finger, rather than wrist flexion through the bottom 2 fingers. Now, what makes the G.O.A.T Spinner the G.O.A.T Spinner is that you can do exactly that. You can train either balanced top side or bottom side wrist flexion and containment and control. Now this handle, you can see it's got the grip tape in the center. It's got nice stabilizing bar at the top with the 3 holes. These 3 attachments, they're the magic. That's what makes it possible. And to be honest, it's why it's my favorite handle. So when we roll the handle up, so the first thing first, when you grab it, we want to roll the handle so that the straps come down on the outside, not on your hand side. If you go on your hand side, it will be an ineffective grip. It'll actually pull you into your wrist flexion when you increase the load. So we want to work our hands, so we're going to roll it up with a strap on the outside. Now we take a grip. I like to take a grip with the thumb below. You can, if you want, take a thumb above. That will simulate more so of a arm wrestling start position. But I personally like to work here. It extends me out a little more in the wrist, allows me to train the strict starts. Now, when we're talking balanced, we are in the central hole. Balanced, we roll the handle up. We try to get our elbow down as though we're in a start position. Center table in terms of left to right. You can see my wrist is straight. No worries, I got 15 kilos on here and we're just flexing our wrist. Pretty basic stuff. You can, of course, do this in a static sense as well. You can pick up the load and then try to hold it here so the weight is off the ground at the moment. And that is still working my fingers, my wrist flexion quite a bit. But I like to personally start with it in the ready to go position. Now the difference between starting straight wristed and starting with the bent wrist is pretty significant in terms of the weight you're going to move. If you start naturally with the straight wrist, it's going to be a reduced number. Go with this, guys. You will get more value learning and developing your strength from the starting position. Wrist flexion is the only one of the 4 fundamentals that we don't get to start with. We can't start a match with our wrist bent. So get used to cupping and wrist flexion from this straight position. Now, of course, you can train finishing power. If you do want to be down here, you can train as though you are in the hook already, or you're already driving for the finish, and you can have your wrist bent. But it is going to be more, I guess, it's going to be difficult for you to track your progression as effectively compared to starting dead center. So let me show you some variations when we throw the G.O.A.T Spinner on the top hole and we roll it up the same. You'll see straight away that this strap is under tension. This strap is a little more loose. Now this, when you do the wrist flexion, oh my goodness, top 2 fingers, drastically affected, really under pressure. And likewise, if we put it on the bottom clip or we just spin it over, spin the G.O.A.T Spinner and roll it up again, starting with our wrist straight once again, it's now bottom 2 fingers. Now this one here is like a Hadzimurad Zaloyev style training method. This method here, a John Brzenk style training method. So Who do you want to become? What style of arm wrestler are you? Do you like the high cupping and pronation combo, or low cupping and supination? So that's the variations of the G.O.A.T Spinner and how I suggest you use it. Let's see what I can do as a 1RM. Alrighty guys, I got the underpants off my head now. We're back. I'm gonna set this one in the balanced position for this 1RM. This is the first time I've done, or it looked to do, a 1RM for this guy. So I don't even know what number I've got. I've got 35 kilos on there at the moment. The rules for my 1RMs of what I'm gonna try to remain consistent with is always, I want my hand and wrist center table as though I'm in a match. The more I can recreate the specifics of a match, the better. So I'm gonna have my hand on the peg. I'm gonna get my hand and wrist centered, but not bent. I wanna set the handle at a point, like so. And we'll see if we move it. I don't even know if this is gonna go up. 35 kilos. All I'm looking to do is get it off the ground and bend my wrist. I'm not necessarily needing to pin it. All right. Oh my goodness. 35 kilos is very humbling. Shiver me timbers. Oh! All right, one more try and then I'm dropping weight. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, G.O.A.T Spinner. I'm trying thumb over this time, seeing if this variation fixes things. Wrist straight still. Oh, taking the weight off. All right, we got only 25 kilos on there now. Strict start, fully rolled up, center table. Holding the peg, don't move, ready, go. All right, we can do 25. Let's go up again. All right, guys, we've gone up to 30 kilos now. Same deal, thumb underneath, wrist straight, center table. Start position, shoulder square to move, ready, go. All right, 30 done. Maybe I'll get that 35, I don't know. All right, guys, same again. We're at 32.5 now. Let's see how we go. Same conditions. The move, ready, go. Woo! Okay, I don't know if you can see that there, but the wrist, as I went, it didn't come with me. It actually got off the ground and it stayed in my fingers. It wasn't wrist flexion. So I'll see if I can do that again. I'm happy with that still as a rep to count it, but I like to bend my wrist, not just get it off with my fingers. Okay. The move, ready, go. Yeah, bend the wrist that time. Alrighty guys, we're back at the 35 kilos. This is where I failed on my first estimate. This probably is it. 35 kilos. It's either 32.5 or 35. I don't think I can go any higher, but anyway, I've felt it a few times now. That might have helped. Here we go, 35 kilos. Looking for it off the ground. Okay, we got it off the ground. Same deal. We got fingers and static wrist, flat wrist pressure. No bend of the wrist. So I call that a lift, but it's not as deep a lift as possible. It's containment and lift. Let's go again. See if I can bend the wrist a little more. Nope. All right, 35's it. Alrighty guys, there you have it, the G.O.A.T Spinner. We've set the first 1RM. It is only 35 kilos, which is, it was challenging. I honestly thought I was gonna do more. I honestly thought when I put the 35 on, this will be my first one. I'll go up a couple of increments, but there you go. A very humbling handle. And like I said, one inspired by that man right there, John Brzenk. He is known for his index top two finger side wrist flexion and pronation combination. This handle will give it to you, ladies and gents. If you want one, jump on poundforpoundarmwrestling.com. As I release this video, you can still get all 4 handles in the series for $100 in the pre-sale. They're almost gone. As soon as that delivery arrives in my hands, it's back to individual sales at full price. So guys, poundforpoundarmwrestling.com, the link to the pre-sale is in the description if you want all 4 handles. I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna review each of these handles. There's gonna be a separate playlist for my 1RMs. If you wanna chase me down, buy the handle, show me that you're stronger than me. I'm up for the challenge. Can you beat me in any of these handles? Let's find out. But anyway, 35 kilos, G.O.A.T Spinner is done and dusted. Hope you guys are well. Hope you enjoyed that video and got something out of it. And yeah, we'll speak again soon.
Yes, that's a man!